So welcome back to our 5-acre farm. It's been a long time since I posted anything. We've had a lot going on. Last time I posted something was last June of 2024. It's now March of 2025. Had some changes to the farm, had some changes to our life. Last summer I stopped filming. I got injured after the last video I posted. I threw my back out, so I was injured for a while, about a month or so. I started working again nearly full time. Had some other, family stuff going on. So it's been a long time since we posted. So I figured I'd give a little update on what's going on with the farm. No instructional videos or anything like that coming anytime soon until we do the Cornish cross in the summertime. But for now, I just figured I'd give a little update. One of our new additions since we last filmed is Doc Holliday there. We had him and Wyatt Earp, but Wyatt found a flock of hens to take off with. Doc here took off 2, but he got attacked by something. I don't know if it was a dog or a coyote. Had a good chunk taken out of him, but Shonda was able to nurse him back to health, so he doesn't leave the yard now. So he's doing good. Still got all the chickens for the most part. Still got all the ducks. I don't think we've lost any ducks. Got the mini pigs. I don't know if we recorded any of the new mini pig we got. I'll show you right now. So this is Harry Porker. He is our Juliana boar. So he's really big for a mini pig, only because the people that had him before us didn't know what they had, so they were trying to fatten them up. So if you do overfeed a mini pig, they can get a little bigger. If I had to guess, I'd guess around 70 pounds or so. Even though he's not that big, he doesn't look like 70 pounds, but the pig's pretty dense. So he's in there with Waddles. We've got Charlotte is over here. Charlotte's still doing really good. I had to build this structure in a hurry this past December because Charlotte gave birth to 9 piglets. And so this was a scramble to get that together so she could give birth inside there. That's all insulated. And we had a heat lamp in there for them this winter. They all did good. She had 9 piglets. They all survived. All little baby mini pigs. I will try to record them without letting them out because they're being back in. And they're not going to do it. These are the mini pigs. These are the piglets. There's 7 of them. No, 6 of them I think left. We sold 3. Yeah, we had 9. We sold 3. So 6 left. They're hungry. They haven't been fed yet. I'd open this door, but they will take off all over the yard if I open the door. They are cute. We are selling them. If you live here in North Idaho and you're interested in a mini pig, leave a comment. They get to be about the size of a small dog. They get litter trained pretty easily. Actually, they get litter trained really easily. Easiest animal to litter train. They use a doggy door. They figure that out themselves as well. You don't really have to train them to do much. They kind of do things instinctually. Pigs are actually very smart. So we've got 6 left of the 9. We just don't have room in the house to keep them, so they gotta stay out here. But they can be house pets. They're very clean. Like I said, they'll go in a litter box very, very easily, and they'll use a doggy door also. So they can be trained to live in the house, but we just don't have a big enough house, and we've got too many dogs in there to bring the pigs into. So these are our mini pigs. We had turkeys over there in the goat nursery last year. You saw the videos of the goats giving birth. It's a mess right now. The roof collapsed in because of the snow. But we had turkeys over there. We harvested turkeys. last Thanksgiving. I don't think I videoed that at all. We did 15 turkeys. Expensive and messy and a lot of work. Won't do that again. Not unless I just find one or two turkeys to raise. But since you can't buy 1 or 2 turkeys online, you have to buy them in like a bunch of the 15 for them to ship. That's why I got so many. And I sold some. I sold half and I kept half. But I won't do that again. It's too much of a pain. So this year we're gonna start. Our goal is just like we got a lot of painting to do, a lot of work to do on the farm to fix it up. Last year was a mad scramble to get everything done. This year we're going to try and take our time and get everything looking nice now. We threw everything up last year. You know, I was out here by myself the first winter, or the first summer, first year. I was out here by myself with Shonda going through chemo and all that. So, you know, it was a lot. It was a real, everything just got thrown up in a hurry. Nothing looked good. Not proud of anything I did. But we're gonna start finishing it. Like, for example, I did this fence last year for our yard to keep the dogs in. I didn't put any cross posts, but now we're gonna go back and do all the cross posts. I got a couple over there that I'm doing. Last summer I had to paint the house. That was another thing that took me away from filming. So a lot going on. They want to go in their pool. I don't know if we filmed the duck boat last year. Shonda rode on it. Foul Play is the name of the boat. It doesn't have any water in it right now because we were just overloaded on the electricity. I bought it. That's the inside of it. I bought a heater for it, a water heater to de-icer, but we were just overloaded on the electricity, so I couldn't plug it in, so I had to just leave that empty for the winter. But it's now springtime. Actually, today's the first day of spring, 2025, so I will probably fill that back up for them soon. So we have almost all of our goats that we had before. We got rid of some. We sold almost all of the kids that we had last spring. So all the babies. There's Gypsy with her baby. So Gypsy gave birth to Freddie, who's right behind her. Freddie was the first animal born on this farm besides the chicken. First mammal born on this farm. He was super friendly. I mean, we just all agreed we just couldn't get rid of him. He had to be a permanent fixture here. And he's doing great, still super friendly. We castrated him so he can be in here with the girls. He won't be used as a buck. There is Willow. That's right, Willow. She's still not friendly. She still runs away from us. Boer goats are getting big. And these 2 new additions, only been here a couple weeks, if that, maybe a week and a half, is the 2 sheep. So they're Katahdin sheep, at least that's what I'm told. Not a sheep expert. So this is what we wanted. One thing we've learned in the year and a half of being here, almost 2 years now, this July will be 2 years. One thing we've learned is get the animal, figure out what you want, figure out why you want them, what animals you want, why you want them. Something we didn't do enough of. The goats were meant to clear the woods for us, and I think we just got out of hand. We got too many. We don't need this many. We are going to keep them because we still want them to clear all the woods back there. I still got years ahead of me clearing those woods. But the sheep, you know, I eat lamb, I like lamb, I want to raise lamb, so I always have a food source. So these 2 ewes are going to be with us for the long haul. We're not eating them. We're going to get a Katahdin ram to breed them, and then we'll have lambs each year that we can either harvest ourselves or maybe sell 1 or 2 off. The other thing is I'm done purchasing any animals with the intent to sell or breed to sell. I have not had any luck selling anything up here. Shonda's had some luck selling her mini pigs. She's made the most money of all the animals on those mini pigs. We were able to sell the goats, the babies. There's the other baby that we kept. But we weren't even planning on keeping her, but we just couldn't sell her. And then I had one other goat that we ended up giving away to a friend of mine, a coworker, because we couldn't sell them. So it was just going to cost us more money to keep them and feed them. And then that brings me over to the other issue, is our pigs. So the pigs I've had for sale for like months now. No hits, nothing. No one wants Kune pigs. These are like all the rage a couple of years ago for homesteads. Everyone wanted Kunis. I got 3 Kunis, got a Mishan in there. Everyone wanted Kunis and Mishans, and I can't even give them away. Well, maybe. I think that's what it's going to come to, is I'll probably have to give them away because it's costing me more money to keep them and feed them than what I'm asking for them. You know, I'm asking dirt cheap money for them, and what I'm asking is probably to feed them each month is, you know, probably more than what I'm asking for. So it's not making financial sense to hang on to them. So one of them will probably go in our freezer, and the other 2 will either get sold really cheap or maybe even given away if it comes to that. Still got all 4 bucks over there. Been advertising 2 of them for sale for a long time now. I only had 1 person interested. Well, we've had a couple interested, had some messages on all the animals, but nothing serious. 1 person tried to trade me some stuff, and that's big up here, bartering. I have no problem with that. Unfortunately for both of us, she just had nothing that I needed or even could use. I would have been happy to trade. Like, she wanted that one right there, what we call Oreo. I would have been happy to trade him for something I needed, farm equipment, fencing, something, but she didn't have anything that I needed or wanted. So we're trying to get rid of him and then the black one and keep Simple Jack and Lennon. So all this is going to eventually be fixed up. Fencing, I'm going to put cattle panels in here to make it more secure. They're jumping on the fence, pulling it down. I might do wood posts if I can. Right now, every week, I'm just buying more and more round pressure treated wood fence posts. I just keep on buying them to do that fence over there that I just showed you, the cross posts. Also to replace a lot of the T-posts around the farm. The orchard fence has to be done. So like I said, we're trying to make it look a little nicer this year. That's kind of the goal. So get rid of a lot of the crap that was just thrown together. But other than that, it's still nice. Had ups and downs, had you know, times where we're like, let's just get rid of the animals. Let's take a vacation every year, you know, have extra money in our pocket. You know, none of these animals are bringing me in money, so I'm paying for everything out of my pocket. That's why I went back to work, just to pay for the farm. I know, crazy, but I love the farm. I love my new job, so it all works out good. So I basically work to buy feed and guns. That's about all I do. Buy stuff for my farm and buy guns, put in the safe. So that's where all my money goes. So we got a lot going on this spring. Hopefully, if I have enough money, I'll have to take a break from buying guns. If I have enough money, then yeah, we'll have a lot of work to do, and hopefully we'll get some filming in. I just haven't been real into it, but I know I got a couple people, couple friends and stuff and family that are interested in what we're doing, so I figured I would show a little bit more. Other than that, everything's going really good. All the animals on the farm are doing really good. The family's doing really good. We got a new dog. She's not out here. Bailey, a new Bernese Mountain Dog. I would have shown her on film. I'll get her next time. The sheep are super friendly. Very surprised how friendly they are. Our last ones were not friendly. So that's what's going on the farm. That's about it. A whole lot of work to come. A whole lot of work this spring. Never ending, but that's okay. I like being out here. I like getting up early, coming out, spending time with the animals. I like doing things on my day off. I like, you know, I like building stuff. I like keeping up on everything and seeing how it'll come out in the end, you know. So yeah, that's it. I'll keep doing it for now. We'll be raising chickens again this summer. Now's the time to be purchasing chickens online and getting them in the mail and starting to brood them now. Yeah, probably like April. Yeah, the end of March, beginning of April will be a good time for a lot of people. I'm gonna wait. We used so many heat lamps and water heaters and everything this summer. The electric bill was out of control. So I don't want to have to use a heat lamp on them, and I don't want to brood them in my shop. That's the other thing. I'm done with raising animals in my shop. We had the piglets in there. It's just been one mess after another. We had the turkeys in there. So I'm gonna get the Cornish cross chickens this year in the summer in August. So I'll get the Cornish cross chickens in August and then harvest them in October. That way, when I get them, I don't need a heat lamp for them. August is warm. I get them at the very beginning of the month. They only take 3 weeks to get fully feathered and can be outdoors. So by the end of August, they'll be running around outside and they'll be fine. They'll be fine to handle the weather. And then going into September and October, they'll be fine. And then it's a little bit cooler in October to harvest them. So that's the plan with those. Still on the lookout for a ram for the sheep. So yeah, when we get that, we'll do a little announcement, I guess. Other than that, we're all good. Hope everyone else is good. Here's Freddie. Hey, Freddie. Here's Ruby. Ruby's still with us. Hey, baby. Hi, Thomas. I know. He's like, you're like Aspen. He's like our Australian Shepherd, Aspen. He always wants attention, always wants to come over and push everyone else out of the way to get attention. Well, thanks for watching. Like I said, just a small video just to give an update on what's going on. We're still here, we're still farming, and we got a lot more work to do, and so hopefully I'll start filming again. It just hasn't been a real big priority. We've had a lot of other stuff going on, that's why I haven't done it. So hopefully we'll see you on the next one.